Thank you for joining us today. Today we are going to be using our needle ease. We're going to use this to change a needle with precision. This needle ease has a little mechanism up inside this little hook, and this collar is pulled down. It's got a spring action. Not sure if we can see that in there, but maybe you can actually see that little mechanism going up and down. That little mechanism is going to stick into the groove of the needle, which is on the front of the needle. So I'm going to start by taking out my old one. Let's put that one aside. I'm going to grab a new needle. Using my Sand 1 is a new needle. And it's got little doors here that open up. Get that one needle. So here I have the nice new needle here ready to go. I could visually look, find the little scarf there, and I could find the groove on it, but that doesn't give me the ability to put it up straight into that needle. So with the needle ease, I can just simply drop my needle in, gonna push in, I'm gonna spin it, and it's gonna click. Nice and easy. So that little mechanism is now in the groove, which is on the front. So I know that this is the front of the needle, and I know that that's the back of the needle. The little scarf is right there. So I'm going to show that again. When I first got this, I was having a hard time getting that needle to stay in there. I'd put it in, and it was like it wouldn't even grab. So the trick of this is, as you pull that collar down, and you go to put the needle in, you want to press down. So I'm pressing with my thumb, so that needle goes flat against the back of the groove that's inside there. Then I turn it, I spin it, and it clicks. So now we're ready to go ahead and put the needle in. Putting it through the presser foot and up into where the needle goes. As I press up, I'm going to grab my screwdriver and I'm going to tighten the needle holder that's in there. That's going to hold that needle in place. So it's very important that, not only is it a round shank, so it makes it a little harder to get it nice and straight without the needle ease, you also want to make sure your needle is always pushed up as far as it can go. That puts that the eye of the needle, the scarf on the back, puts it in the right spot, and your machine's ready to go. So I'm also going to give you a few tips and tricks on threading a needle. I have what is just a piece of cardboard. I wrap some white backing around it because it's always nice to have a little bit of white in front of your needle. Let's see if I can position that a little lower this time. As we look through the needle of the eye, usually there's just a lot of empty space back there, but when I put something white behind it, whether it's something that's hooped and it's a light color, I can all of a sudden see the eye of the needle, and that makes it so much easier to thread. So I'm grabbing the thread, always give it a little nip so it has a nice clean edge, no little fraying edges, and I can actually see a little fraying edges there. So I'm going to do it again. That looks good. So now I've got my thread. I'm going to go ahead and thread it. Because I have the white background, I can pop that thread right through there. I'm actually going to give it another click because I do see a little bit of ball up there. Once you see that, it's going to be challenging. So now I'm ready to thread it again. Got that white background so I can see the eye of the needle. And she's going to go right in. And then I would put it through the presser foot. All right, I'm going to show you one more trick, and this is very useful for if you have a hard time threading your needle. Anyways, this will be helpful. I find it most helpful for the really thick threads like the Burma 12 weight, the Super Twist 30. Those threads tend to come a little unraveled as you're trying to thread them into even a larger needle size. So it makes it really challenging. So I'm going to make my own needle threader. I like to use the CR metallic thread. I like the black because it's dark against the white. And see our thread, it's a metallic, so if this was a rayon or holly, that thread would just kind of fall down, so it would be kind of flimsy. So I like a firm thread for this, but it has to be kind of thin. So this is a 40 weight, so it's perfect. I'm going to cut off about 12 inches. And then I just fold it in half like that. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to make a loop, just a simple loop at the end. And this is for the thread to go through. Little loop. Now I have two ends. I don't need both ends, so I'm going to cut one off. Now this is my needle threader. I'm going to put the white board back up here so that we can see it. I do like it a little lower like that. So thread's not in the needle just yet. I'm going to put my needle threader contraption that I made. See how quickly that went in. I'm going to pull the knot through the needle eye. There we go. And now I have the loop hanging. So imagine if this is your real thick Burmalana, or it's a thick untwisting super twist. You can't get it through the eye of the needle. Now I'm going to just drop it through. Gonna grab it, hold it as I pull my needle threader through the hole and out. And now the needle's threaded real nice and easy. Great tool for your real thick threads that are hard to put through the needle. Thank you for joining me today. This is Nancy Minnie, and I hope that you find these helpful and useful down the road. This is Madeira, USA. We'll talk to you soon.